everybody, this is Chloe Hudson with World Peace Projects. Thank you so much for joining me. So today I have a little tidbit about my story of waking up during Inception. But first, I'd like to invite you to our first Soul Fracture Fixer Mixer. It's going to start this Saturday on the 7th, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. This will be a 2-hour virtual gathering, and we will basically do the work. We're going to effort to bring up soul fractures, reveal them, have discernment around where they've come from, find the root issues, heal and integrate, and doing this in a safe space where we can all dialogue, we can brainstorm, and have fun and meet new people. This is only $24, which is such a fantastic price for the amount of work that we will get done. So if you would like to join us, please follow the link or the card. You can sign up on Eventbrite or at my website, worldpeaceprojects.global. I hope to see you then. Now, a few nights ago, I'm in dream time and I'm having a dream, quote unquote, a dream. And the dreamscape is such that it's nighttime, it's dark, I'm outside on the sidewalk, and I'm aware that I have a friend, a guy friend who's kind of out off into the periphery. And he's just hanging out over here, and then there's a man at a short distance in front of me who looks quite reminiscent of an actor in a movie of a show I was watching before I went to sleep, which is very common, right? Because we filter our psyche, and our psyche is used in dream time to bring up familiar scenes, what have you. And this man that's at a short distance in front of me, he's communicating to me about my guy friend over here. And he's telling me to either do something, engage in some kind of task in regard to my friend, or he's asking me questions about my friend. So I'm aware of the intention, but what his exact words are, I can't make out. I can't understand what he's saying when he's talking to me. And I say to him, I don't understand you. So I approach him so that he can repeat himself. And when I get close to his face and I look up at him, his face dissolves. And as soon as his face dissolves, in real time in my bed, I wake up and I open my eyes, and I'm sleeping kind of on the left side of my bed. And right here standing over me is a glistening plasma-like humanoid shape looking down at me. And I open my eyes, and for a few seconds, I'm looking at this very physical shape. And this person or being realizes I'm now awake, and then they dissolve out. They leave, and it disappears. And I'm like, what the F? Right? And so I'm registering, okay, I just got incepted. So this person is standing over me and implementing Inception dreamscape and manipulating my dreamscape. And thankfully, my psyche, my subconscious comes into lucidity and dreamscape, wakes up, registers what's happening. This one's like, oh shoot, I got caught, I gotta bounce. So the next day I call a friend and I'm like, hey, I have to tell you my story. So I tell her my story and I explain the figure is like glistening, kind of crystalline. And she says, oh yeah, I've seen that, but I wasn't asleep. She says, it's like water, right? Like glass, but kind of see-through, and it's not hard. And I was like, that's exactly. And she says, well, that happened to me, but I was awake. She says, I was actually engaging in sexually pleasuring myself. And that figure shows up on the end of my bed. And she knows who it is. It's basically a programmer. So now, if you don't understand programming, I'm not going to go into all of the handling and the programming in this video. I will find a way utilizing these platforms to do that in the future. But basically, hashtag programmers be pervin. So, her story fully validates the look, the anatomical structure, if you will, of the subconscious energy. Now, if you guys have had this experience or anything like this, please comment down below, and don't be surprised if YT deletes your comments, deletes your subscription, what have you. They're doing that constantly. But my guess is that this look, this shape is specific to technology that programmers and handlers and remote viewers may have access to when they're doing out of body access, which is different than astral, right? You know, out of body is a lot more thorough subconscious journey than astral projection. And they're utilizing this technology that helps them to be that much more in plasmatic physical form so that they can show up and have more ability to manipulate the situation of the person, whatever their task at hand is. Now, that is a perfect example of real-time inception. And one way that we can work to help ourselves to counter this is, of course, learn and practice our lucid dreaming. Now, the easiest techniques and the most, in my opinion, the most efficient techniques to utilize are 3 steps. Basically, before you go to bed, create a space in your mind that you would like to access in dream time. You can create a room, you can pick a scene, something that you know, make it your safe temple, whatever you want. Create a space in your mental imagery. You can even draw it out that this is your space. This is something that you know is familiar and you know you have work to implant into your psyche to access. And then you effort through will that space is where you will show up or access and or become lucid in dream time. And then before you go to bed, you simply tell yourself, you affirm, I'm going to lucid dream tonight. I'm going to lucid dream tonight. I want to lucid dream tonight. You go over this and over this and over this. So you implant your intention into your psyche, and then set your alarm. Set your alarm for, like 4 hours out. So you're hitting the deep REM state. And when your alarm goes off at that time, just remind yourself, I'm going to lucid dream. I'm going to lucid dream. And remember your scene that you've picked and go back to sleep. And that shift in your brainwave state and going back to sleep, that pattern interrupt can help you to access lucidity that much more. Practice makes more practice, right? And it's really important to dream journal. So if you have a story like this, please share it in the comments below. I have a whole new round of live courses coming up. And in honor of this, all digital courses on offer on my website have been permanently reduced and discounted in price. So if you've had your eye on a course, but you haven't wanted to quite spend that money, go check it out now. They've been reduced by about 25%. Now, the next live course upcoming is Spiritual Hygiene and Awareness for Kids. This is going to be a really fun, interactive course. It'll be a 2-part course, 2 hours per Sunday session, Sunday, August 29 and Sunday, September 5th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. This course is $188 for both parts, and these kids are going to come together in a safe, playful space where they can feel comfortable to engage and share their stories. We're going to effort to validate their imagination, their emotional process, and the energetic realm. I'm going to gently introduce to them the reality of the energetic realm and how they can utilize the basic grounding and energetic hygiene practices to assist themselves. We will also go into understanding the emotional body and how they can identify their emotions without being overcome or overtaken by them. Further understanding that everybody has a story and another person's story is not necessarily theirs. This is going to be a wonderful space where they can feel validated and share and maybe their experiences with the other realms. I will be telling my personal stories of when I was a child and the things I experienced and how I managed that. And we will offer them tools and playful games that they can interact and ground in some of these basic techniques and awarenesses that can really assist and support their spiritual growth and protection. If you are interested, this group is open to an average age of 7 to 16. That's flexible. We just want to make sure that the kids can be aware and engaged in what's being explained. So go to worldpeaceprojects.global, sign up now for this really fun, interactive, unique course for kids, and I hope to see you there. I hope you guys are doing great. If you would like a one-on-one session with me, coaching, consciousness packages, courses, classes, and events, please check out worldpeaceprojects.global. Thank you so much for your likes, guys. They really help. All platform creators, content creators benefit from your like. It takes you half a second. So thank you for giving back in that way. I'll see you soon. Bye.